Cabinet approves further allocation of additional food grain to NFSA beneficiaries. National Food Security Act beneficiaries Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana for another period of 5 months, that is July to November 2021. Government extensively liberalizes guidelines for other services providers or OSP. Distinction between domestic and international OSP removed. Ravi Shankar Prasad, Union Minister, says BPO center with common telecom resource will now be able to serve customers located worldwide, including India. Prasad asserts country's BPO industry has potential to rise to $55.5 billion by 2025. India's COVID-19 vaccination coverage crosses landmark of 29 crore with more than 54.24 lakh vaccine doses administered yesterday. Over 6.55 crore vaccine doses administered in the age group of 18 to 44 so far. India reports 40 cases of Delta Plus variant, currently a variant of concern or VOC. Centre advises states to take up immediate containment measures, enhance testing, tracking and vaccination in districts and clusters where Delta Plus variant is found. COVID continues to decline in India as country reports 50,848 new cases in the last 24 hours. Daily recoveries continue to outnumber daily new cases for the 41st consecutive day. Recovery rate increases to 96.56%. Meanwhile, centre allocates additional 61,120 vials of liposomal amphotericin B to all states and union territories. And in other news, as per the IMD, India receives 31% excess rainfall during the monsoon season so far. Forecast heavy rains in parts of Odisha, West Bengal, Sikkim, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and Bihar for the next 5 days. Meanwhile, flood situation slightly improves in northern Bihar. And on Olympic Day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi appreciates all those who have represented India in various Olympics over the years. Says nation is proud of their contributions in sports. Wishes the very best to Indian Tokyo 2020 contingent. Urges all to take part in quiz on MyGov. And all 4 results remain possible in the finals of the World Test Championship. India are increasing their lead on the reserve day. Kyle Jamieson gets Virat Kohli and Pujara. Namaskar and welcome. You're watching DD News and DD India. I'm Sakal Bhatt and the top story at this hour. The Union Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, today approved allocation of additional food grain under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana Phase 4 for another period of 5 months from July to November 2021. An additional 5 kilograms of food grain will be allocated to per person each month free of cost for maximum 81.35 crore beneficiaries covered under National Food Security Act, including those covered under the DBT or direct benefit transfer. The sanction of the additional food grain would entail an estimated food subsidy of 64,031 crore rupees, and as the central government is bearing the entire expenditure without any contribution by the states and union territories, an additional expenditure of about 3,234.85 crore rupees would be required to be met towards transportation and handling and FPS dealers margins by Government of India. And with this, the total estimated expenditure borne by the government will be 67,266.44 crore rupees. The total outgo in terms of food grains may be approximately 204 metric tons, and the additional allocation will help improve hardships faced by poor due to economic disruption caused by COVID-19 pandemic. Union Cabinet, also chaired by Prime Minister Modi, approved to merge all, transfer all assets, liabilities, rights and obligations of Central Railside Warehouse Company Limited with Central Warehousing Corporation. The merger will unify similar functions of both the companies through a single administration to promote efficiency, optimum capacity utilization, transparency, accountability, ensuring financial savings and leverage railway siding for new warehousing capabilities. The Union Cabinet also has approved an agreement between the Republic of India and St. Vincent and the Grenadines for the exchange of information and assistance in collection with respect to taxes. Now, this is a new agreement reached between Republic of India and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There was no such agreement in past between the two countries, and this agreement mainly proposes to facilitate exchange of information between the two countries and to provide assistance to each other in collection of tax claims. Union Minister for Electronics and Information Technology and Communications and Law and Justice Ravi Shankar Prasad has announced today the Department of Telecommunication has further liberalized the guidelines for the other service providers. These entities are business process outsourcing organizations giving voice-based services in India and abroad. Ravi Shankar Prasad said the guideline is revolutionary in nature that will make India a very favorable destination for expansion of voice-related BPO centers. The minister informed that India's BPO industry is today at $37.6 billion and has the potential to rise to $55.5 billion by 2025.
We have issued a guideline today which is severely and very extensively liberalizing the other service providers guidelines. ये देश में टेलीकॉम सेक्टर के विकास में बीपीओ इंडस्ट्री वॉइस रिलेटेड में एक बहुत बड़ी क्रांति है। तो भारत की बीपीओ इंडस्ट्री 2.8 लाख करोड़ की है और इसमें लोगों को नौकरी मिलती है, बाकी होता है और इसमें इस बात की संभावना है कि आने वाले 2025 तक ये $55.5 बिलियन की हो जाएगी।
Ravi Shankar Prasad said that distinction between domestic and international OSP or other service providers has been removed. Now a BPO center with common telecom resource will be able to serve customers located worldwide, including India.
हम चाहते हैं कि दुनिया की बड़ी-बड़ी वॉइस की बीपीओ कंपनियां हिंदुस्तान आए, बेस स्थापित करें, लोगों को नौकरी दें। आज जो हम ग्लोबली इसको लिबरलाइज कर रहे हैं इस गाइडलाइन को, ये दुनिया की गाइडलाइन के स्तर की है। डिस्टिंक्शन बिटवीन इंडियन कंपनी एंड इंटरनेशनल कंपनी रिमूव, डोमेस्टिक और इंटरनेशनल एज द केस में बी, एंड फ्रॉम द टेलीकॉम रिसोर्स दे कैन सर्व देयर कस्टमर एनीवेयर इन द वर्ल्ड। दुनिया में कहीं भी अपने कस्टमर को सर्व कर सकते हैं और इसके लिए जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक प्राइवेट ऑटोमेटिक ब्रांच एक्सचेंज की बात थी, वो भी दुनिया में कहीं भी लोकेट हो सकता है।
India has administered 54,24,000 vaccine doses during the last 24 hours and over 29 crore 46 lakh vaccine doses have been administered so far under nationwide vaccination drive. On Tuesday, as many as 54,24,374 doses were administered. Meanwhile, Centre has been expanding the scope of COVID-19 vaccination throughout the country. As part of the nationwide vaccination drive, the government has been supporting the states and union territories by providing them COVID vaccination free of cost. In the new phase of the universalization of the COVID-19 vaccination drive, the centre will procure and supply 75% of these vaccines free of cost that are produced by the vaccine manufacturers in the country to states and union territories. And so far, a total of 29 crore 68 lakh 27,450 vaccine doses have been provided to states and union territories through the government's free of cost channel and through direct state procurement category of this. This total consumption, including wastages, till today morning stands at 27 crore 76 lakh 26,985 doses. More than 1.92 crore COVID vaccine doses are still available with the states and union territories to be administered. Over 39 lakh 7,310 vaccine doses are in the pipeline and will be received by the states and union territories within the next 3 days. Shifting focus to states, Karnataka has achieved another milestone as it has crossed 2 crore vaccination. In a tweet, Chief Minister B.S. Yedurappa has said the aim of the Karnataka government is to vaccinate every eligible citizen by the end of 2021 and that the state is very much on course to accomplish it. On Tuesday, the state administered 11 lakh vaccine doses in a single day. And from Karnataka, moving on to Mumbai, the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation or BMC has begun vaccinating people above 18 years from today in Mumbai. People can register themselves online to get their doses. The Municipal Corporation said that it will prefer online option of registration. The Bombay High Court has also directed the Maharashtra government and the BMC to form a policy on an SOS basis to avoid incidents of frauds or fake vaccination drives. The court said the state or municipal authorities must be part or have information of all such private vaccination camps being organized by housing societies and offices to ensure that citizens do not suffer. Mumbai has been recently witnessing decline in new Delhi COVID-19 cases. Indian SARS-CoV-2 Genome Sequencing Consortia or INSA-CoG has classified all its Delta sublineages including Delta and Delta Plus as a variant of concern in its latest report released after genome surveillance of the variants of SARS-CoV-2 virus in India. In its report, INSA-CoG says that SARS-CoV-2 virus causing COVID-19 is mutating continuously with increase in number of infections both in India and across the world. And it also observes mutations help the virus become either more transmissible or more virulent or both. And with time, these mutations known as variants of interest increase in frequency in the selected population and are considered then as variants of concern. The variant has been observed sporadically in Maharashtra, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh with around 40 cases identified so far and no significant increase in prevalence. These are the findings of the Delta Plus variant of concern by INSA-CoG. Which talks in detail about the new variants that have now come up. Now, AIIMS Director Randeep Guleria has said that this Delta Plus variant of coronavirus is 40% more infectious than the previous variant. He further added that instead of getting scared by the new variant of the virus or the coronavirus, we should take proper precautions and proper measures to control it.
ये हम पे है कि हम इस वेरिएंट को आगे बढ़ने दें या ना बढ़ने दें। साथ साथ ज़रूरी है कि हम सर्वेलेंस करें कि जहाँ पर भी केसेस बढ़ रहे हैं वहाँ पे हम टेस्टिंग करके देखें कि ये वेरिएंट वहाँ पे आ तो नहीं रहा है और वहाँ पे फिर कंटेनमेंट की ज़रूरत जो है वो पॉलिसी एक बनाई जाए जिससे उसको आगे वहाँ ना फैलने दें और जगह ना फैलें ये वेरिएंट। भारत के कुछ हिस्सों में ऑलरेडी इसकी रिपोर्ट हुई है तो वहाँ पे बहुत क्लोज सर्वेलेंस की ज़रूरत है।
India has been witnessing declining trend in the new daily COVID-19 cases. The country's active caseload has been lowest in 82 days. It has now declined to 6,43,194 in the last 24 hours. The country reported 50,848 new cases of COVID-19. Daily recoveries continue to outnumber the daily new cases for the 41st consecutive day. As many as 68,817 patients have recovered across the country in the last 24 hours. So far, a total of 2,89,94,855 patients have recovered in the country. Recovery rate has increased to 96.56%. Weekly positivity rate remains below 5% and is currently at 3.12%. Daily positivity rate continues to be below 5% for the 16th subsequent day and is currently at 2.67%. In Bihar, Unlock 3 became effective from today for 2 weeks with certain restrictions. According to revised guidelines, the government and the private offices will function with 100% attendance. Shops and business establishments will open till 7 p.m. on alternate days. Night curfew will continue from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. next morning. Parks and gardens will be open from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. Educational institutions remain closed. Online teaching will continue in educational institutions. Hyderabad International Airport is taking stringent measures to comply with COVID protocols to ensure safe flying. As the number of COVID cases are gradually coming down across India and the states are relaxing lockdown rules, GMR-led airport has said that it is geared up in its fight against the pandemic to give a safe and seamless passenger experience. Surveillance teams with the help of the Telangana State Police are assisting the airport officials on the adherence to COVID protocols.
In addition to the introduction of e-boarding for our international passengers, we have undertaken various technology initiatives which would enable a safe travel experience for our passengers. One of the very innovative solutions we worked out is the use of your own mobile phone as a check-in kiosk with the help of QR code technology which we introduced. We also brought in features like the touchless elevator, where a passenger can go in and without needing to touch the keypad can actually direct the elevator to go to the desired level, and the remote information desk, where the person who actually gives out the information is no longer sitting just across the counter but at a remote location and is able to answer all the queries. These were things we introduced so that the P-Touch can be retained and maintained through the use of technology. We have also now working on various further new initiatives like use of video analytics for access control, security system and crowd management. We have been able to use our CCTV cameras with the help of algorithms to identify crowding, to ensure social distancing. We also use the technology to identify passengers and people who are not wearing adequate PPE like masks. So that will all give a significant boost in ensuring the safety for the passengers.
In other news, Enforcement Directorate today said that it has transferred a part of the attached or seized assets in cases related to fugitive billionaire Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modis and Mehul Choksi to public sector banks and central government. The total assets attached by the ED are worth 18,170.02 crore rupees, out of which 9,371.17 crore rupees have been transferred. This will help recover 40% of the losses that these banks have faced over the past few years. The amount has been received from the sale of parts of confiscated properties of Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modis and Mehul Choksi. Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modis and Mehul Choksi have defrauded PSU banks by siphoning off the funds through their companies, which resulted in a total loss, massive loss of 22,585.83 crore rupees to the banks. UK High Court meanwhile has refused fugitive Nirav Modis' application to appeal against his extradition to India. On April 15, 2021, UK Home Secretary Priti Patel had ordered the 50-year-old fraudster be extradited to India. Delhi court today refused to stay the notice to WhatsApp by the Director General of Competition Commission of India seeking information regarding the messaging application controversial new privacy policy. On June 4th, the CCI's Director General had sent a notice to WhatsApp and Facebook seeking or asking them to submit certain documents as part of the Commission's inquiry into the new privacy policy. The Mark Zuckerberg-owned platforms on Monday approached the Delhi High Court seeking a stay on the probe. The bench also underlined that in our view, there is no doubt that the issuance of the impunged notice by the DG is a step in furtherance of the investigation commenced in the Suo Moto case, in which the investigation is a subject matter of the challenge in the present letter patents appeal. The Indian Meteorological Department, or IMD, has said that India has received around 31% excess rainfall during the monsoon season so far. The Weather Department says that India gauged 13.78 centimeter precipitation against the normal of 10.05 centimeter till June 21st. However, in the remaining areas of the country, including Delhi, parts of Rajasthan, Haryana and Punjab, there is a little chance of it moving further in the next 7 days. Also, according to the IMD, due to the western disturbances, there may be heavy rainfall in the western Himalayan region adjoining areas of northwest India for the next 5 days. IMD has forecast that heavy rainfall may occur in parts of Odisha, West Bengal, Sikkim, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and Bihar for the next 5 days. Along with this, most areas of South India may also receive heavy rainfall for the next 1 week. And with that, let's get you an update from Bihar. In Bihar, due to the cessation of rains in Nepal's Terai region and North Bihar region, the water level of Gandak, Budhi Gandak and Bagmati River in Muzaffarpur districts is receding rapidly, although the water levels of all the 3 rivers have reached near the danger level. Meanwhile, road communication is disrupted in several low-lying areas of the Meenapur and Kanti blocks due to erosion caused by the river. Water is flowing over the road in rural areas, and villagers have taken shelter with family and cattle at higher places. The Valmiki Tiger Reserve in West Champaran's Betea district and the Diara areas of the Gandak River are submerged, causing damage to paddy crop. Meanwhile, Bihar's Water Resources Minister Sanjay Jha has said that all administrative preparations are complete to deal with these floods.
हम लोगों ने 18003456 ये एक नंबर डेडिकेटेड दिया है जिस पर आप कॉल करके कहीं भी कोई फ्लड का कोई आपको कहीं सीपेज कहीं पाइपिंग बांध में दिखता है या कोई और ये है तो आप 24 घंटे ये हमारा फोन ऑन रहता है। बाढ़ से पहले जो काम करवाया जाता है सारा काम कंप्लीट हो गया है। अब आने वाले समय में डिपार्टमेंट पूरी तरह से अलर्ट है, सारे जगह इंजीनियर्स एम्बैंकमेंट पर सब जगह अलर्ट है। हम लोग का पूरा कोऑर्डिनेशन जिला प्रशासन के साथ भी है, अन्य डिपार्टमेंट के साथ भी है और एक जो ट्रेडिशनल मेथड है वो तो यूज हो ही रहा है। पिछले कुछ 1-2 साल से हम लोग टेक्नोलॉजी का भी काफी यूज कर रहे हैं।
The BSF in Jammu in particular, has foiled a major drug smuggling attempt on the IB and seized 27 packets of heroin on the Kathua border early today. BSF troops noticed some suspicious movement on the international border from the Pakistani side and alerted its troops. When the Pakistani smugglers entered the international border towards the Indian side, they were challenged and fired upon. During search of the area, one dead body of a Pakistani smuggler and 27 packets of heroin were found near the fence. The approximately value of the narco consignment is about 135 crores in the international market. Well, there's some good news for us. As per the latest Reuters Institute Digital News Report 2021, the 10th edition, government broadcasters DD News and All India Radio have retained highest levels of trust among consumers. Reacting to the reports and the findings, Prasar Bharati CEO Shashi Shekhar Vempati has tweeted, and I quote, "Interesting findings by Reuters initiative on the high degree of trust enjoyed by India's public service broadcasters Doordarshan and All India Radio." Well, today is the death anniversary of the founder of Bharatiya Janata Sangh, the predecessor of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu paid tributes to Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee on his death anniversary today. In a tweet, Vice President said Dr. Mukherjee was the true nationalist, passionate academician, visionary leader who cared deeply for India's unity and integrity. The Vice President further stated that Dr. Mukherjee's love for motherland continues to inspire every Indian. Unquote. And also on the occasion of the death and anniversary of the founder of Bharatiya Janata Sangh, the predecessor of the BJP, Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, Prime Minister Modi has also tweeted to pay his tributes to Dr. Mukherjee. Prime Minister Modi said Dr. Mukherjee's noble ideas, rich thoughts and commitment to serve people will continue to inspire us. His efforts towards national integration will never be forgotten. Also, Home Minister Amisha paid tribute to the founding member of the Bharatiya Janata Party. In his tweet, Amit Shah said Dr. Pranab Mukherjee, the architect of cultural nationalism, was in favour of making mother tongue the medium of instruction. He believed that no country can progress without public participation. He founded the Janasangh with the aim of national reconstruction. Dr. Mukherjee sacrificed everything to protect the country's identity and integrity. He saved India from being partitioned again. His sacrifice, dedication and his ideals will continue to guide the generations to come. BJP President JP Nadda along with Union Minister Dr. Harshvardhan today paid floral tributes to Dr. Pranab Mukherjee on his death anniversary at the BJP headquarters in New Delhi. And now, before we wrap up, a quick update on the cricket front. Currently, 5 wickets are down in the second innings. India have increased their lead on the reserve day of their ongoing World Test Championship final fixture against New Zealand at the Aegis Bowl in Southampton. Rishabh Pant and Ravindra Jadeja are currently batting for India and will be trying to build some momentum in the game. On the other hand, New Zealand, the Kiwis, have put in a bright start with Kyle Jamieson taking 2 wickets. The pacer has accounted for the dismissals of Virat Kohli and Cheteshwar Pujara. Also, Trent Bolt has scalped a wicket for his side. India will be hoping to absorb the pressure applied by the opposition bowlers and build some stability. Currently, India are batting at 146 for the loss of 6 wickets. India 146 for 6. Staying with sports, the International Olympic Day is being observed every year on 23rd of June to promote sports and spread the message of making sports an integral part of life. The occasion marks the day when International Olympic Committee was founded in 1894. On Olympic Day today, Prime Minister Modi took to Twitter to appreciate all those who have represented India in various Olympics over the years. Prime Minister said that the nation is proud of their contributions to sports and their efforts towards motivating other athletes. In another tweet, Prime Minister Modi also conveyed his best wishes to the Indian contingent consisting of country's finest athletes who will be participating in Tokyo Olympics 2020 that will be held from 23rd of July to 5th of September. PM also shared a link of a quiz on MyGov portal and urged all, especially young people, to take part in it. Meanwhile, the Indian contingent will consist of around 130 strong athletes. The quiz will create awareness amongst the countrymen about the Olympics and Indian participation before the commencement of the game. It is based on the past and current Olympics, and the athletes wherein questions will be asked with multiple options and the user must select the correct option. And on the successful completion of this activity, each participant will be awarded with an e-certificate marking their participation. The winners will also get an opportunity to win Indian team fan jersey, and a few lucky winners will also get a chance to meet their favorite Olympian. And with that, it's time to wrap up this newscast. Meanwhile, news continues on DD News. Stay with us. Namaskar.